Hello and welcome to the show. We have a great show for you today, so sit back and relax as usual. You know the routine. You got about 1 minute or so to grab your pencil and paper for any information that you hear here. We want to make sure that you're passing it out in the community to anyone that will listen to you or to the sound of your voice about the great things that are going on at Pitt Community College. As always, if you're interested in Pitt Community College, always call out there to find out when are the next classes, when is registration, anything that you need to do as far as registration, financial aid, transcripts, have transcripts sent in for evaluation, whatever you need to get to that college, call and find out, or better yet, go to campus and find find someone to help you, because that's what we do. And I say that, if people say, well, Ernest, where are you sending them? I'm sending you to Pitt Community College. I'm sending you on campus. You go on campus and say, where do I go? Someone is going to help you. But if you go to the Go-Eds building, the Student Center, and ask any question, I'm sure they will point you in the right direction. And I say that because you can help yourself with the right information. And right now at Pitt Community College, we're that institution that we feel very strongly that we can give you the right information. So on that note, we're going to talk. We have a guest in the studio, and this is her first time here with us, Miss Karen Davis.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
Okay, now you're kind of new at Pitt Community College,
I
as I
am.
say that, but not new to knowing the college, because you're
Correct.
from the area. Yeah, so you're familiar with the college, even though now you work there.
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, so now tell us a little bit about Karen Davis and what she does for Pitt Community College.
Yes, my name is Karen Davis, and I'm the Human Resource Development Coordinator for Pitt Community College Continuing Education. And what my purpose is to help coordinate activities for our program. And what our program does, it's educate and train individuals for success in the workplace.
Okay, when you say educate and train, and how do you go about doing this, and what type of student are you looking for, or could I narrow that down and say what's qualification of a student to go into the I would say HRD program?
Yes, sir. Our targeted audience are those that are in transition, if you're looking to start maybe a new career, those that are currently unemployed and seeking employment, also those that are kind of underemployed, that meet the federal earned income tax credit, and also work at wages below the 200% federal poverty guidelines. Those are mainly our targeted audience, but we're open to the public.
Okay, when you say when you talk about the human resource development and the classroom, what type of classes are we actually talking about?
Right now we're talking about, there's like 6 core components in the HRD. Self-assessment, so that also the North Carolina Career Readiness Certificate, which is the NCRC. That also we have a computer lab that people come in and they can apply for their career readiness certificate. We're in partner with our business and industries, also like our temporary agencies. Also, we teach our students employability skills, which we teach them how to create a dynamic resume. Because we know in order to get a job, we want you to highlight your skills, highlight your talents, give you something that can give you a little edge over the competition.
Okay. Now, if I'm sitting here and I'm watching the show, and a couple things that jump out at me is that when you talk about employability, I guess if we could break that down, because different people need different things.
Yes, sir.
So when they're coming to your class, are you training them on soft skills? Are you training people who may have skills already and just need to brush up? How does this work or coordinate with each other?
Yes, right now we have a new program that we're called Working Smart, and we find out from our business industries that a lot of people have those technical skills, but now we're needing to get the soft skills. Want to learn them how to do time management, communication, teamwork, knowing that they can play well with others.
Oh, now, and when you do they select the classes that they go in, or say a person go in and say, I'm looking for employability skills, or say let's say I haven't finished high school. I didn't finish high school, and can they attend these classes?
Yes, sir, they can.
Okay, so so I guess that will lead me into the question before I will actually finish that one is, what are the qualifications for a person to go into an HRD class?
Just to be those target unemployed, looking to change their career. You don't really have to have any qualifications, so to speak. But there is a fee waiver for those that qualify, because if not, that you will have to pay a fee. But we're just open to the general public.
Okay, so now, fee waiver to those that qualify.
Yes, sir.
So the classes are somewhat paid for if a person qualifies.
Yes,
for the
sir.
class.
If they qualify for the classes, that their fee will be waived.
Now, I go back to the question that I was trying to ask earlier. If I walk in and I walk in and say, and you're looking at me and I'm talking to you, and I've been out of school now for about 5 or 6 years. I didn't finish high school. I got maybe to the 10th grade or whatever. Do you have something for me to go in as far as the HRD classes, or do you assess me, or how do I get into your class, or what class do I get into?
Okay, yeah, we're going to be offering for this spring 12 different HRD classes. So we have those like professional in transition. That's just a lab to brush up on your resume. Also, we have we're in partnership with NC Works, Secrets of Landing a Job. We're also in partnership with Community Crossroads. So whatever level of education that you may have, there will be a class that's more suited for you.
Okay. Now, I would ask this question on HRD. Let's say now, I've gone to college and I'm still having a problem finding a job. You have anything for me? Because something is not right here. Every time I turn around, I'm looking on television, the job market is up, or we're saying we got all these jobs in Pitt County, and jobs are here and jobs are there. But yet, when I apply for a job, it's like, it doesn't happen. Am I doing something wrong that I need to know about, or can you help me?
No, you're not doing anything wrong. You just need to, learn maybe some of those tried and true secrets that, they're taught in some of our classes. As far as with the latest job markets, that's where we're in partner with NC Works. And, once you go through their program, hopefully you're going to land the job.
Now, you talk about fee waiver. So what do I do to get to you, or to get into one of these classes? What would I do? Okay, you're talking to me. I'm hearing about HRD. I need to be in HRD classes. How would Karen get me there?
Okay, well, you just come to our site. You can also register online at www.pcc.edu, or you can come to our location at the Continuing Education Building, located at 3107 South Memorial Drive. The first step would be to fill out a student data form, and that'll give us, let us know your interests, what jobs you want to, what class you would like to take. Okay.
Now, Karen, before I like to make sure that the audience that actually listen to the show get this information, and I like to put out information. If that's the information, one thing I like to do is put it out over and over and over and over and over again until you absolutely get this information. So a little bit again, because you also spoke of the NCRC, and I've talked with we've had Jerry Jones on the show who have talked about the NCRC, and that's a switch from last year this time when it was the CRC, and he talked about, if I can go this, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, if you have the CRC, it's great. Okay, but if you have a silver or something and you want to go to gold, you can no longer go and take that one test that you may had a little issue with. Instead, you have to now repeat the whole test over.
That's correct.
But if you want to keep that silver,
you're fine.
You're fine.
Keep it. Yes, sir.
Okay, so all of this, and also there are some scholarships money available for the CRC if you qualify.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll follow up for him, because all of this is kind of, I know is what you guys can try to tie it, you do tie it into the HRD program. Okay, so now, if you're recruiting students, and there's a lot of people, they're hearing this for the first time. People out there still don't know what HRD is, human resource development, and stuff. What would you say to them to encourage them to look into the HRD classes, or come see you, or a component from your soft skills to writing a resume, or whatever it takes, because it sounds like that's what you guys are packaging here, or whatever it takes program to get you, to help you get employed. I like to kind of call it what it is. So, but on a recruitment model, a person that just heard of HRD, not sure, what would you say to that person to encourage them to come to you?
Yes, I would encourage them that if they just want to brush up on their skills, if they're seeking for a career change, if they're trying to land that perfect job, if they need help with writing their resume, I would just encourage them to come check out one of our classes.
Yeah, and what I guess the other thing that I look at a lot with a lot of people who they've finished high school, they've had some college, or but they're still looking to brush up. But some of them are now working, but they still need soft skills.
Yes, sir.
So what are the times, or what do you look at when you come into a class, or how do you go about putting them in class if they're working or whatever? Because the community college, to me, that's one of the great things about the community college to me, is the time factor. I know a lot of people have online classes. We Pitt Community College have online classes, but when you talk about people coming to class, how are your classes set up during the day for a person to come up? Different times also, or how do they set themselves up for success with classes when they work and got a family or whatever, but they need these classes?
One way would be to looking at our catalog. It lists all of our classes. It lists the location. It lists our time. We try to cater to those that maybe work in the daytime. We try to schedule night classes. Coming up in January and spring, we're going to be also having the NC Fast, which that's just like a career exploration if you're want to be an income maintenance caseworker with DSS. So those classes will be, at night time. Also, Working Smart, we'll have those throughout the day.
Okay. Now, working smart, is that something new that you're working on, that you're implementing now? Or tell us a little bit about Working Smart.
Working Smart, it's like 5 modules with like 16 lessons. Right now, we're currently offering this program with our WIOA Youth, which is going very successful, but also we'll be partnering with Spring with the Department of Social Services. So we want to help give someone a little edge, to help them with those soft skills, that time management. It's one thing to get a job, but it's another thing you want to keep that job.
Right.
Employers are investing a lot in an employee for them to just be on the job for maybe a month.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Well, good. Now, Karen, what I would like for you to do is probably do a quick recap of what you do and what's going on at Pitt Community College with the HRD, the Work Smart. Just want the audience, someone may have just tuned in to the show to see you talk about this, but just kind of give us a quick recap, probably maybe about 1 minute.
Okay, yes, sir.
on how they can, on what we're talking about and how they can find you.
Yes, sir. Well, if you just tuned in, we want to let you know that our HRD, Human Resources Development Program, what we do is we train and educate our students for success in the workplace. Coming up this spring, we have classes currently going on now, but also in this spring we'll be offering 12 different classes. Some of our new classes is Working Smart, which we're going to teach you those soft skills, not only when you get the job, but we're going to hopefully help you keep the job. Also, we're partnering with Department of Social Services for the NC Fast to become the income maintenance caseworker.
Okay. Now, how can a person get to you?
Okay, they can reach me. My telephone number is 252-493-7551. Also, I'm located at 3107 South Memorial Drive in the Pitt Community College Continuing Education Building, which is also our Greenville Center. Okay.
Now, Karen, with all that, I got one last question to ask you before I let you get out of here. Okay. I need you to just, as happily as you can, Would you tell the audience that you'll come back and sit and talk with them again?
Yes, sir. I'll be more than delighted to come back and talk with you.
Oh, absolutely. You heard it
Okay.
here. And we have Miss Karen Davis. She's coordinator with the HRD program at Pitt Community College. And with that, like she said, come in and see. We're talking about employability skills. What that means is if you're out there and you're trying to get a job, but your skills are not up to snuff to, say, do the interviews or how. I mean, so many things that I'll probably not, if I mention one, I'll probably have to mention 20 different things that you have to do. But when you're talking about writing a resume and all of that thing, this is what you can do. And again, 493-7388 is where you'll find Miss Karen Davis at the Continuing Education Building on South Memorial, 3107 South Memorial Drive. Step in and come see her. But again, your seat is there. Your seat will not be filled until you get there. I cannot do it, okay? It's your seat. So until we see you, we're going to be after you. So look forward to talking to you again. See you next week with a brand new show.